Hello, Aries. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? This is your bonus reading for the second half of January. Thank you so much for being here and for tuning in. This is a general reading as always. It's not going to resonate with every single person. So please do take from this whatever makes sense for your life, your situation, your relationship, and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading at this time, all of that information is down below in the description box. And I will also include a list of all of the card decks that are used during any given reading, Aries. So what I have in front of me are the two decks that I was gravitating towards for this bonus reading for you. The very first one is What's Brewing? Spilling the Beans by Fire Witch Tarot. And also by Fire Witch Tarot is Pendulum Answers. So we'll grab messages from each one to start off this reading for you, Aries, and let's see how the rest of the reading goes. All right, guys, what's brewing? What's going on at this time? Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. And for cross watchers, anybody else who's been guided to tune in to this reading. Let's take a look and see what comes forward today. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. All right, let's take a look. What's brewing, guys? What's brewing? Guided to this one here. Expired, disused, old news, discarded. Something is coming forward as outdated, Aries. Okay, so we'll see how the rest of this reading taps into the energy of something that is outdated. Perhaps this is something that you need to let go of. Could be tied into some aspect of your life, your way of thinking, a particular person that you're thinking about for this reading. So we'll see how that plays itself out. All right, so let's add a couple more from the Pendulum Answers deck. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. So something is outdated. Let's take a look and see what that is. Let's grab a couple from this one. All right, this little deck, even though it's tiny, definitely comes forward with some pretty insightful messages. Look at that, ghost. Someone was either ghosted you, Aries, or you ghosted them, and perhaps that's why it's coming forward as an outdated connection, because it's just no longer meant to be a part of your life, maybe. So we'll see how, again, the rest of the reading plays out. It says, hell yeah. Ghost, hell yeah. Okay, so those are your focus messages, Aries, to start off with. So let's go ahead and add to this with some Mystic Moon Oracles. Let's see how this all ties in together. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. What messages would benefit Aries at this time? All right, guys, let's see. But somebody ghosted someone here, not wanting to have to do with the person. Yeah, see, the answer is no. This could also be an answer that you gave somebody that you're thinking about for this reading, Aries, or this, of course, is something that they said to you. It's like, no, I'm not willing to get back together, or no, I don't want to talk right now, however way that is represented in your situation. Coming forward with that broken heart from the separation card here. This is very similar to the Three of Swords energy. Threes is all about communication, and right now you guys are not talking. If something's outdated, someone ghosted someone, whether you did that or they did that to you, somebody has a no answer right here, and then it's confirming that you guys are not together, you're in separation. We do have divine timing at play here, so we're tapping into the universe's time clock here, not our perception of time here on Earth and how we understand time. Something significant might have happened between the two of you during the summer months. It could also be reflective off of someone's birth month if it happens to be during summertime. But this is also, for me, tapping into the same energies as the Sun card in traditional tarot, which of course happens to be an amazing card, because it's very positive vibrations from that. It's a card that brings forward happiness and joy, something that fulfills you. And when something's outdated, it's not going to fulfill you. Someone's working on themselves. Reinvention is what that's all about. So for those of you who are not together at this time, and it could certainly be you, Aries, that's having to work on areas of your life that you know needs attention. But somebody regrets what they did. So this person could have really hurt you, could have broken your heart, Aries. And perhaps you're not ready to talk or even interact at this point. And this person coming forward with some major regrets over how things went down, over what happened between the two of you. Patience is definitely needed here when it comes to this connection. First and foremost, if someone's heart is broken, that simply takes time to heal from. That is not an easy energy to deal with. But I do love how these next two cards are falling right next to each other. We do have the ascending card. As you can see, there is a sun reflected in that photo. So we've got two cards referring to sun energy in this spread so far, Aries. So that's actually really good vibrations coming from those two things. The ascending card is telling you that you can move forward from this. That doesn't say that, it doesn't tell us at this point anyway, whether you guys are going to get back together, but it is telling you at this point, Aries, that no matter how this hurt you, no matter how much it's breaking your heart at the moment, you can still learn from this, recover from it, and move forward. If part of that ascension process is a reconciliation, we'll see how the rest of the cards unfold here. There's that new beginning, a fresh start. That fresh start is falling right below summer. So that could be when there is movement in your life. Once again, Aries. Again, so far that's not quite telling us at this point whether that fresh start will be with this person or it could be with a brand new love interest. We'll see. But here's clarification. You guys are not talking. You're not talking right now. There is a separation. It's quite prominent here. It's like the answer is no. I'm not ready to talk. I don't want to see you right now. That's what I'm grabbing from that. That somebody is still really angry. Someone's still very upset, brokenhearted over what happened here. Someone ghosted either you, Aries, or you ghosted somebody. Okay, so let's add to this. Let's add to this with some Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon. Brand new deck for me still, and I absolutely love it. If you're not familiar with Calico Moon Oracle's channel, definitely check it out. She's an amazing reader and card creator. All right, guys, let's see what else we can learn from this reading for you, Aries. So angels and spirit guides. What else do we need to know here? Why are you guys in separation? What's going on? Accidental love. Okay, this could have turned out to be a third-party situation for some of you. Someone stepped out on the relationship, met someone, they weren't intending for things to get out of hand, but it did. Weren't intending to fall in love with this individual, and it turned out to be something more than what it started off as. And that's what drove a wedge between the two of you. Look at this next message. So close. Feeling the closeness, missing the closeness. It's falling right below separation and patience. So if what you're hoping for here, Aries, is to come back together with your person, it's already telling us for sure it's going to take some time. And as far as time frame, we do have the summer months being indicated here. So it could take that long to even hear from this person or for you to even heal enough to where it's not so raw in your heart space to even want to see or talk to this person. But I do feel that even though your person may have moved on to another person and you guys are not together right now, I still feel here that they have regrets over how it all played itself out. They weren't intending to break your heart or hurt you the way it did. And part of the energy too of this so close card could be that when you guys are not together, clearly you're not, that they still feel your energy, they still think about you, still remembering and feeling nostalgic about when you were close to one another. But look at this next card. Move on. And for some of you, this ascension of moving forward is telling you here that part of moving on is just having to distance yourself from someone who moved on themselves to someone else. And you're deserving of this brand new start in your own life. Perhaps that's why some of you guys are working on yourself and focusing on you right now, as you should. And if your person's been trying to reach out to you in any way, shape, or form, you're not having it. It's like, no, concentrate on what you moved on to. So perhaps for you, Aries, you ghosted this person. And if they've got regrets, some of you guys might identify with an ex who has been trying to reach out to you, but you hit that mute button. You're not wanting to talk right now. See? Clarification. Second reference to separation coming through here. Alone. These cards are coming through in this order for a reason. And reach out. So this is telling me here, Aries, that they've been thinking about either reaching out to you or they've already done that. But with this mute card reflected here, you're not wanting to talk to this person right now. I feel that you're still really upset with how things played itself out and that you're okay being alone for now. You don't want to settle for somebody that moved on to another situation. You deserve the best and you can have it. Okay, so let's add to this with some tarot, Aries. Let's see where else this is going to take you. Let me set these guys aside so we have a little bit more room here. But yeah, clearly, move on. Separation reflected twice. We have the alone card coming through here. We have a mute card coming through, so somebody doesn't want to talk, yet someone wants to reach out. Yeah, okay. So this is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. You do not have to identify with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck. So angels and spirit guides, what else do we need to know for Aries here for this bonus reading? What else here? So right now I just feel like you're standing your ground. You have found your purpose, your power, and you're not willing to sacrifice your peace of mind for somebody that broke your heart. And perhaps they're feeling it now, you know, realizing that what they did, they regret, moving on to someone else that perhaps couldn't offer them what it was you guys had together. So for some of you, I can't help but feel like you're sitting there going, hell yeah, you got what you deserved, you know? You are now outdated in my heart space. See ya. That type of thing. And if that's the case, good for you, Aries. Seeing value in yourself, reinventing yourself, finding your strength within you. Yes, it broke your heart, but you're still standing. So allow yourself the patience to continue that healing process and mend your heart fully. You can do that. That is your choice. That is your prerogative. Just start fresh. Start over. What else, please? See? Six of Wands, success and recognition. That's fire energy. That, of course, is your very own vibration, as well as Leo and Sagittarius, of course. But look at this, you know, that's a female figure standing at the top of that mountain. And then we've got a male figure in that regret card. So what I'm picking up here is it could be my divine masculines who really messed up this relationship, and my divine feminines are finding their worth, realizing, you know what, I got this. I can find my own self-worth and find value in my own life and find someone else who can appreciate me. Knowing that you can be successful on your own until you're ready to move on to the next chapter of your life, whether that includes another relationship. The next chapter of your life could include new opportunities, new possibilities in so many areas, not just your love life. So this is telling me that you will be successful no matter what it is that you tackle in your life, Aries. Recognizing your own value in yourself. Finding your self-confidence once again, creating progress for your own life. You don't need somebody who's going to be weighing you down, moving on to other connections and breaking your heart. You can heal your own heart. Okay, but we do have patience, we do have divine timing. So it's not going to happen tomorrow, it's not going to happen next month. This is going to take a good chunk of time, but that's okay. Allow yourself to heal in whatever length of time you need. It's a process that you cannot rush. This ascension will happen when you're ready. We do have the Five of Swords coming through. So that is air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This is all about mind games and control. That Five of Swords creates conflict and tension between two people, and it's falling right below separation and patience. So I feel that this person, Aries, really tried your patience, got on your last nerve. But you are finding value in yourself. It's right next to that Six of Wands. You're not going to allow yourself to be controlled by anybody. You've learned from where you've been. We now have the Eight of Pentacles, which is Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is a work in progress. For those of you guys that are reinventing yourself and your future by way of furthering your education, could be tapping into that work in progress, your educational goals. If you've been wanting to learn something new and somebody told you that that wasn't a good idea, this is your time now. This is your time to figure out what it is that you want to create for your future. You depend on this ascending card and what it is that you want to put into this. I call it a life raft, but it could be a boat. You can fill this raft or boat with whatever it is that you want to ascend your life forward. For those of you wanting to move forward on your own, all you've got is you. So part of this reinvention, do what you got to do to fulfill your goals, your dreams, whatever it is. And look at this. You've got the Ace of Wands falling right below summer, falling right below fresh start. So what I'm feeling here for some of you is during the summer months, you will have this new beginning in all aspects of your life, Aries, whether your love life, your career, school, if you're in school, families, relationships, friendships, career goals, whatever it is. Find the passion, find whatever that spark is in your life. Because the Ace of Wands is all about what inspires you. So what is it that inspires you? This will take a little bit of soul searching on your part to figure out truly what are you going to be filling this boat with, so that when you do move forward, it's filled with wonderful, amazing things that bring you happiness and joy, things that will fulfill you, not somebody that's going to be filling it with deception and lies and manipulation and painful feelings and angry words and anything negative. Part of that ascension is going to be filled with happiness and joy for you moving forward. That's a part of the energy of the sun. So if they dimmed your light, you can find the spark for yourself. We do have the Three of Cups. So this is clarification for me here, Aries, that some of you guys dealt with third-party situations. The Three of Cups is water energy. So that is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And yes, it's picking up off of the third-party element here with that accidental love card that came through, but it's also a happy card because it's a card of celebrations. It's a card of friendships, people that mean a lot to you by way of those connections, and it's tied into your community. The people that surround you, the people that matter the most in your circle, in your part of the world, and they are there for you. Wow. Okay. So let's add to this with some romance angels. Let's see what else needs to come forward here. Let me set these guys aside. But yeah, you can claim a better future for yourself. You can find happiness on your own, with or without this individual. Right now, I'm feeling that you're better off without. They broke your heart for a reason. They stepped down on the connection. Some of you guys are alone and in separation right now, and I feel for those of you resonating with this, you've had time to process what's happened, and you're okay being alone. You'd rather be alone than be with somebody who's unfaithful, who is out to hurt you and break your heart. You can have a new beginning in love, in life, in your career, in school, whatever way. You need that fresh start to happen. All right, what else, please, for Aries in love and romance? For this bonus reading, please, angels and spirit guides. Oh, geez. A reconciliation for some of you. Okay, well, that's your prerogative. That is your choice, Aries. If you want to work on this partnership that is being challenged at the moment, that's your choice. But you got to be mindful of what it is that you are allowing back into your life. We also have express your love coming through here. So this person who is saturated in the energy of regret, perhaps during this time of separation, they've had a lot of time to think about what they've done, and that at the end of the day, they still want you, even though you guys are not talking right now. And perhaps they tried to move on, you tried to move on, and you're still thinking about each other. And you might have even thought about reaching out to them. They reached out to you, or both of you guys just being hesitant about talking at this time. And perhaps that's why that mute card is right there. But this is giving you the opportunity, Aries, for somebody to reach out and just say how they feel already. So this is either you or your person. And if you guys can meet each other in the middle, then you can just tell each other how you feel and fix what brought you guys into separation. We also have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, whether through a reconciliation, if you're open to that, or through a new love by starting fresh on your own. That is your choice. That is totally your prerogative, Aries. We also have healing family issues coming through here. So this is for those of you who may have had children together or blended families together, and the separation affected the dynamic of the family. Because the children, however old the children are, they could be adult children too, they are also affected by what's happened here for some of you guys. And that needs to be addressed here. You and your person could have connected in a past life relationship, Aries, and maybe when you guys first met, you felt as though you have known this person before, or that there was just this sense of familiarity between the two of you. Perhaps this is why. And this is confirming from the angels that you deserve love. Yes, you do. You are a lovable individual. And if you happen to be divine feminine, from this particular image, the female figure holding onto that arrow, I always tend to interpret that as Cupid's arrow, and that divine feminine is ready to shoot that arrow towards the divine masculine and whoever it is that she's aiming for. Okay, so if you happen to be divine feminine, perhaps you know what it is that you want at this time. But it is a third confirmation here, guys, of the separation between the two of you. Still very much attracted to each other. And what could ultimately fix this is to sit down and talk, heart-to-heart conversations. But I just feel right now there are obstacles that are preventing you guys from talking. Okay, and that's why we have that mute card reflected right there. So it's telling us at this time you guys are just not communicating. I feel eventually the desire to communicate will be there, and you'll eventually hear from this person, Aries. If you're open to the reconciliation, then you guys can certainly work on the partnership and work through the challenges. But I also feel that there are those of you who are done and you just want to move on. And that is certainly your choice, your prerogative. Okay, so let's add to this with some Lovers Oracle. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. Some additional insight for Aries at this time. Some additional insight for Aries for this bonus reading. Let me grab this bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, Aries. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay, so for those of you who would entertain a reconciliation with this person, Aries, perhaps you feel that they complete you, that without them, you just feel like something's missing in your life, and they feel the same. That's a potential interpretation of that. And we also have a message for you, Aries. This particular card reads, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Maybe you really needed to hear that at this time, that they still love you, that they are still thinking about you, that they have regrets over what happened between the two of you. And hopefully that'll, for some of you, soften your heart a little bit to where you might be open to talking. Okay? But since we do have a mute card there, let's go ahead and add some dialogue messages to this reading. This is the 5D Love Messages Oracle deck by Calico Moon. So this could certainly be part of what it is that you would want to say to this person, Aries, and or this is what your person would want to say to you. So let's grab some messages from this deck, and whichever one you are guided to accept and resonate with, let's take a look. Angels and spirit guides for Aries, please. Who needs to speak up here at this time? Who needs to speak up? What do they need to say? I knew it, see? I miss our conversations. They want to talk to you, but maybe you're not ready to talk. But I do feel with divine timing and patience coming through here, in time you will be able to open up those lines of communication, Aries. I'm not surprised this is coming through next. I wasn't completely honest with you. That's why they've got regrets here. And I believe you already know that, Aries, for those of you that are resonating with that message, especially tied into third parties and that accidental love card that came through. This also contributed to the separation. Things just got too heavy for me. And perhaps that's why they ended up getting into situations outside of your connection. And once they did that, come to find out, it didn't fulfill them. It wasn't what they were looking for. Next message. I love you more than you are aware. Part of the reason why you are not aware, Aries, is because you guys are not talking right now. And I feel they have a lot to say to you. So they just need an opportunity to be able to express this. And I really feel here that's why this card has come forward, because they've got so much to tell you. They just need an opportunity to do so, to express their love, to really open up to you and tell you how they really feel. And last one, look at that. We are meant to be together. They believe this. Reconciliation card is here. The opportunity to reconnect is here, Aries. So it really depends on if you are open and willing to accept this person back in your life. Okay. I'm guided to pull additional dialogue messages here, because I feel I kind of feel that this person has a lot more to say. So let's add to this with the Hidden Truth Oracle, Aries, and let's see what else needs to come through here. I'm just feeling more dialogue here. It's hidden because you guys are not talking right now, more than likely. With that mute card coming forward, you guys are not conversing. Even though the desire to talk is here, I don't feel that you guys are communicating right now. But eventually, I do feel you will hear from this person, and or they hear from you. Whoever takes initiative here. But I feel somebody else needs to say something here. Angels and spirit guides for Aries. Who else needs to speak up here? Let's get rid of that mute button for 1 minute and see what else needs to be expressed here for this Aries bonus reading. Who else needs to speak up? What else do they need to say? I couldn't let you get close to me. This could be you saying this, Aries. This could be your person. Part of the reason why your person would say this to you is because they were involved with somebody else. Next message coming through for some of you guys. I remember every detail of that day. And if it's tied into the day you guys went into separation, it conjures up really painful memories for some of you. Excuse me. And for those of you who just want to move on, because you know that this is just not the connection for you, here's confirmation that it's time to do that, because they feel the same. So it really depends on how you're both tied into this reading. We need to let each other go. So this is coming through for some of you that are really not interested in a reconciliation and you just want to move on. That is your choice, because there are those of you who want to ascend forward on your own, and that's totally fine. But there are those of you that are wanting to come back together. Okay, and your person is coming through here saying we are meant to be together, and we do have that reconciliation card reflected here as well. So it just depends on what side of the fence you fall on, Aries, and what it is that ultimately you are wanting to have unfold in your life, in your situation, in your connection. All right, so let's add some healing messages to this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Aries. Please bring forward healing messages at this time. For Aries, please. All right. Some healing messages for Aries, please, angels. Okay. A reminder for you to simply take care of yourself at this time, Aries. Take care of your body. Your physical body needs as much attention as your mental health, your spiritual health. It just needs balance, okay? And look at this. You have the soulmate card coming through here, followed by music. So music could play a very important part in your life, Aries, if you happen to be musically inclined, if you are gifted in that sense, or if your person is. But this is also telling us that maybe you hear a song on the radio, or you have a favorite song tied into this connection, and it brings you right back to when you guys were together. And or this is how your person is playing a part with that message. But here we are, a soulmate connection between the two of you. Perhaps for those of you who are having a difficult time letting this person go, it could be tied into the fact that you guys are still feeling drawn back to each other because there's such a strong connection, feeling spiritually connected to this person, and that you might still be connecting in the 5D for some of you guys. But this person, Aries, is coming forward as your soulmate here. And for those of you, again, who are open to reconnecting, you will have that opportunity with your person. So give it some time. I feel possibly during the summer months, you guys might be able to work on this. Divine timing is at play here. It's telling you you got to have patience. For those who are still feeling the ramifications of what happened here, it's still very painful. You are still healing from it. Allow your heart the time to heal. You can't rush into doing that, okay? But there are those of you who will be able to work on the partnership, ascend forward together, and have your reconciliation if that's what you're both wanting. For those that don't want that, you can certainly move on and find a different path for yourself in your life and find this soulmate elsewhere, because you can certainly have more than one soulmate in this lifetime. And perhaps by changing the direction of where you've been going, especially if somebody has really hurt you and broken your heart, that is your choice, is to be able to find a different direction for yourself. And sometimes we need to do that in order to be led to the right person. All right, Aries, so that's where I'm going to leave your reading. And I do hope that whatever side resonated with you, that it offered you the guidance that you need at this point. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, please access that information down below in the description box. And I'll be back real soon, guys, with more readings for you. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.